Hello, whoever's there. G'day, Phil. Yeah, she's a slightly long load, this one. And I've got to take it from where I am here over there. So we're going to go along the road here because it's the best way. This bit here is probably going to be the hardest bit. But we'll do it. We'll find a way. Money to go another truck to give a bit of an assistance. But we'll see if we can do it by ourselves first, huh? And how are you, Phil, buddy? Thanks so much for coming along to my stream tonight. I really do appreciate that. We got Andy again. That is what she said, you know. That's a really long shaft you got there. Okay, we have to take this corner a bit slowly. Sometimes I just don't want to look back. Oh, like a glove. Like a glove. Hey, how good was that last race tonight? To win it. And yeah, I backed off in that last lap. You know, I didn't want to risk anything. You don't need to win by 10 seconds. Just need to make sure that you're first over the line. Yep, cool down time before having a shower, having a good night's sleep, because tomorrow had to be down the Gold Coast at 8 o'clock to drive this big wig lady around Brisbane for the day, for the whole day. But it's $950 in my pocket, baby. It was a bit of a quiet week, and this is just what I needed. I was thinking, man, this is going to be a bad week. And he rings me up and goes, "Do you want to do this job?" And I said, "Is the Pope Catholic?" So yeah, throw that job at me, baby. Just means I can't do the lobbies tomorrow night, but I'll try lobbies on Sunday night, depending on how work is. If I get any jobs. Oop. I might have got a bit too close to that. Okay, let's... Round corners I like to take it a bit slowly. Because it is a big ass trailer. Andy and Labellic were here for that. Hey, we've got 4 people watching, yet we've only got 2 people commenting. Come on, hold up, who's the other person there? Say something in chat. I do like winding down and playing this after playing a bit of GT7. I'm actually liking the way the game is since the patch. Though it does seem to have made the WRX the meta car for Bathurst, but man, I've always liked the way the WRX drives, and it just feels like it's actually a little bit nicer now. So I'm a fan of this new patch with the changes to the physics. Especially with them fixing the bloody NSX GR4. Now it's actually playable. Drivable, should I say. Yeah, roll call. Oh, he left. Now there's only 3. One of them's my account. It's just us. We scared him away, whoever it was. Phil's not here, okay. Yeah, Phil pissed off, that's typical Phil. Tells a funny joke and then pisses off. I'll tell you one thing, I'm loving this PS5 since I did the hard drive upgrade yesterday. Bit we're going to struggle with is the mud bit getting up to where we need to drop this thing off, but I'm sure we'll survive. They wouldn't have made the game impossible to do that. They're not cheap, and I could have gone for a cheaper option and done it myself, but I just went to my local EB Games and bought the pack. I just couldn't be bothered. I knew it worked with the PS5. It was guaranteed to work with the PS5, so I just went with that one. Wasn't cheap. It was 1 terabyte hard drive update, but it was, PS5 needs it in its vanilla state. PS5 is like you can only really install about maybe 3-4 games, large size games that is, if you're lucky. Whoops, going over a bit there. This bit looks a bit tight. Well, I've been wanting to get Call of Duty when it comes out, I think next week. So I need hard drive space. Whoops, sorry! I kind of bumped the sign over. Yeah, some aren't that big. I'm surprised at some games, like this game isn't a huge one. And some other games aren't that big. I was quite surprised. But there was quite a few games I wanted to check out because I do the ultimate whatever subscription here. But I wanted to test them out. But I just didn't have the hard drive space. Now I can check them out, and that's only got, that thing's got no blades on it, so this is only 1 blade. I'm guessing we might have to do the other blades. Because we saw another blade somewhere else, so I was wondering why that's there. Yeah, I can't believe the size. Call of Duty's the worst, but it's like 200 gigabytes. 200! They really don't work very well on the compression side of things. Some companies are really good at the compression in their game. Call of Duty has always been shithouse when it comes to their compression. Yeah, I don't think Ultimate's really worth it. I'll be rolling back to extra. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, this is where it's going to get a bit more interesting for here. Okay, it's starting to get dark, so let's have a little snooze. Okay, we're awake now. You like my simulated sleeping? This might be a bit slow. But I reckon we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Not far now. No problem, we've only got one blade. We're going to have to look where the other two. Oh, we know where one of them is. That's going to be a hell of a drive getting that over here. Oh, it just disappeared. So 2 sand and 2 lots of medium logs to the village. So we need to get sand and logs to that village. So what we can do is we'll take the truck that we're in, we'll grab that log trailer that we put over here, and we'll head over here to get those logs. But to make it different, just to go a different way, instead of going all that long way, let's go up and around here, along this way. I might drop the trailer there, so I'll go back to the guards, fill it up, go back, make our way along this way, just for a different route. And we'll go back with the logs the easier way over to there. I think that's a good plan. Oh shit! There's a post there. Yep, there was. Whoops. Well, let's fix that. Sometimes you can just drive over those. Not these ones. Give it a good tug. Well, I am single now, so tugging's really my only. I think we can go the shortcut down that way once I got this trailer on. I know it's probably a bit too much information I'd have said then, wasn't it? Oh, hey, when you're a single bachelor, you know. Wish I had some assists, but I don't. So, yeah, you know, yeah. The good old tugboat. Disgusting. Oh yeah, no, sorry. So that can get one logs. I'm wondering if I can get the medium log cart on the truck as well. We'll have a look. That's why another reason to go this way, go via the garage. Yeah, I live a very lonely life, to be honest, guys. You guys are bringing me the only enjoyment at the moment. When you live by yourself, you're going through all the shit that I've gone through. Do I want to meet someone? Yeah, of course I do. But if I'm going to meet someone, they're going to have to accept me for who I am. I am not going to be someone I'm not. I tried being that too many times in my life, and look where that's got me. Nowhere. I'm sorry to hear that, Phil, mate. I'm really sorry. I'm very lucky that I've got this job. I was hardly going anywhere beforehand, but I've honestly got no friends, and I'm not good by myself. I am not good by myself. I'm not eating well. I'm not doing what's really what I should be for myself. I love doing the driving, but I'm struggling with the paperwork. We have to pay goods and services tax, GST, every 3 months, and I have to get that information to my father by the end of this month, and I just haven't done it yet. I get so tired, and when I get home I just want to sleep or just relax, but I really need to get working on that. And I'm not good by myself, but I literally don't have any friends. Zero. Got no one to go and try and help me or suggest or sit down and tell me what I need to do or help me do what I struggle to do. Every time I've helped people, I feel like I've been abused and used. I'm Mr. Nice Guy, and you know what? From my experience, the old saying is nice guys finish last. Yes, they do. Nice guys finish last. At the moment, mostly I've got a couple limo drivers I talk to a little bit, but it's mostly just about limo work. It's quite boring. I don't talk to them about games. They wouldn't be able to, honestly, I don't think they could understand my thing. You're 49 years old playing computer games. They would not understand. That's why I like you guys. And that's honestly why I was so hurt when shit went down with Rory. Because the community there, when I tried to go back to Rory's stream, I thought, giving it a break, maybe everything will be okay. And a lot of people seem to be really happy to see me back then. I thought, wow, I was quite happy again. And then Roy seemed to be okay the first night. Then the second night, when we had a race together, he was the old Roy. He did not look like he liked me being there. He didn't. We had a race together, and he got me in the last corner in the race. He didn't even acknowledge me in that. So I knew the guys still got problems with me. So Petty, I wanted to go there because of you guys. I met most of you guys through him, so I appreciate it, and I thank Rory for that. But I could see it in his eyes when I commented or anything. He did not like me being there, so I've just kept away again. and I'll stay away. I don't hate the guy. I never disliked the guy. I never said anything bad about him. We all know what happened there. And I still think about it sometimes, because I do miss going to his streams and chatting with all of you guys in there. But that last stream, I just knew. That last time, I just knew. No, just leave. It's a pity, because it seemed like a lot of people were happy to see me back. I'm never going to stop gaming. I'm with you there, Phil. That's what upset me about that whole thing, because you guys all felt like an amazing community. But honestly, I prefer where I am here now than there, because it's just too many people. The bigger you get, the harder it is to be recognised, and it's hard to chat in there, because there's so many people. I like being more personal, and I just love that we can all... I appreciate it when you all come to my stream and we all hang out. I just feel like we're all mates hanging out. That's what we are. I'm not a great streamer. I'm not going to be anywhere as good as Rory or Super GT or anything like that. Actually, I much prefer Super GT of late. I've been watching a lot of Super GT. Oh, so we don't have a... Well, let's just do the bed on there, huh? What truck storage can we use for wood? Okay, let's go back and... now that we've put this thing on, what we might be able to do is go, drop the trailer off where the logs are. And I appreciate that, and that's where I met you. That's where I met Phil, you know. So I appreciate that I met you guys there. I am who I am. Look, I get angry every now and then. I get frustrated like we all do. I think we all have frustration. And that's sad, because you know what, Phil, you, Andy, a lot of the guys, you were kind of... You stood out as the big guy, kind of like the big mods there, the big guys. You commented a lot, you know, you were well known in there, and it's sad, but sometimes one can get too big. And again, even to this day, you guys know, I never badmouth Rory. I'm sad that he doesn't understand that I never badmouthed him. I didn't have a go. We were all just worried about him at that time when all the shit went down. My problem was that I probably spoke about it too public in the chat. So be it. Me too. I started following him with GD's. When I started following him, he had less subscribers than Ollie, Basic Ollie. Basic Ollie had 24,000 subscribers, and Rory had 22. I actually found Rory through Basic Ollie, to be honest. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to go this way, cut through this way, cut across this way, drop the log thing there, go back over this way, grab the sand we need, grab the logs again, and we'll take it over there. So we don't need 2 vehicles, just the one. Money does change people. And remember how he always used to say he's doing it for the money? He quit his job to do this for the money. It was a business. Gaming stuff should not be a business. If you make money from it, great. But he shouldn't be doing it as a business. And I didn't like it when he always said that. It took away that personal feeling. It took away that he was doing it for us. Instead, he was doing it for himself and for his family. Oh, I've seen money ruin for a lot of people. But yeah, I always found when he said, oh, he's doing it for the money, he's doing it for his family, it kind of made me feel, yeah. Actually, I've gone the wrong way here. It's supposed to be going up that way. We're going to have to turn around. I was supposed to go up that road. Whoops. Ah, the farmer won't mind me going through his crops. You didn't see anything, okay? He's rented an office. When I heard about that, I thought... I didn't say anything, but I thought, that's really weird. So he's rented an office to do his streaming from. Nah. He's a business. And that takes away the personal touch. I said, I don't want to get big. Yes, I would love to get over 1,000 subscribers and stuff like that. But I don't want to get big like hundreds of thousands or even tens of thousands. Like he's over 50, he's going to get to 100. It used to annoy me, he kept saying, oh, I'm not as good as Super GT, I never will be, blah blah blah, I'm not fast. He's a fast driver. And he actually helped me clean up my act, being a cleaner driver. So I do thank Rory for that, but I don't like he's not the same Rory that I followed, sadly. And I was starting to follow a guy called Chapper. But he's gone all ACC now, so I've unsubscribed him now. I'm not a fan of ACC, as you guys already know. Or iRacing. iRacing is just too costly. Nah, just one turn. And through someone's, some farmer's crop, but we didn't see anything. Okay, 34 minutes, so we've got about another hour, no, half an hour. Because I stream for 1 hour when I'm doing this, only 1 hour. Andy knows knows that. He reminded me last time, thanks for that, Andy. I kind of forget that. But I like this, doing this, chatting to you guys. And I'm sorry that I've brought up Rory again, but, you know, I still kind of hurt a little bit from the way all that happened. And it really hurt me that last race, when we had that race together, he didn't acknowledge me in the race. You know, I gave him space. I could have been a bit more, I could have fought him a lot harder into that last corner, but I decided not to, because I respected him. But he didn't show any respect to me by thanking me for saying, hey, at least you made it easy. He said, oh, that was a poor lobby. He just kind of made me feel an inch high. So yeah, I knew at that point. Yep, hit that unsubscribe button again. Especially because I wanted to go there to chat to the people, but I just don't want to be there in chat anymore either. I could see that, you could see it in his eyes that he did not like me being back. So, it's a pity. As I said, I've never hated the guy, and I respected him for a lot of sort of stuff, and I still respect him for some stuff too, but some other areas I don't respect him. As far as I'm concerned, he incited bullying. He actually encouraged, in a way, not directly, but he basically encouraged people to bully me after what happened. And as you guys have heard, and I've told you guys before, I had a death threat not long after all that shit happened. And that was a death threat as in a proper letter in my mailbox mentioning my Aussie Tech Racing channel and all this other stuff. It actually told me that I had to delete everything and leave YouTube. If I didn't delete Aussie Tech Racing and leave YouTube, he was going to kill me, or he or she. The scary thing was, it wasn't delivered by mail, it was hand delivered to my mailbox. That's how bad it was. And I link it to Rory, because that was when all that shit went down, about a week or two after basically shit went down. I got that death threat telling me to leave YouTube and never come back again, and to not race online in GT7. That's how bad it got. I never really gone into all the details with you guys with that. I just said that I got a death threat, but it was a bit more nasty than just a death threat. Basically told me to leave YouTube. That person found out where I lived and physically put it in my mailbox. So that's the scary bit. And the police weren't able to track down who it was. They tried, but they never got to track down who it was. It is mad. Over a bloody computer game. And I know it's a byproduct of the incident with Rory. I've never told Rory that this happened. I can't be bothered to tell him that happened. Because it could just incite more bullshit, and I'm just over that whole thing. I love that you guys are coming along. It does upset me a bit that the channel's not really growing. It's gone very stale. It's great that I've got you guys all coming along. I just wish it could grow a bit more. Just want to get to 1,000 subs. Just so you know, you can do a bit of, you can do membership if anyone wanted to support the channel. But yes, that is exactly what happened, Phil. I don't go advertising. I was not able to say much about it. The police said I wasn't able to say anything online. It wasn't until I spoke about it a couple of months ago. But it wasn't until they closed the case was I allowed to even mention that I'd been had a death threat against me. Yeah, good old Fortnite. My son's very good at Fortnite. What is the real world? No, the world we're living in the moment is fucked up. I'm actually really hurting at the moment financially, because petrol, for the last 5 days in a row, diesel prices has gone up. 5 days in a row. First day it went up by 5 cents, and then the next 4 days it's gone up by another cent a day. Where petrol hasn't gone up, but diesel has. And in all the years I've been driving and buying petrol, I have never ever seen petrol go up every day. Believe me, but Phil, it's just as bad here. Living anywhere, unless you've got a lot of money, it's fucked up. Australia's fucked up. They blame the war, Russia, they blame COVID. No, I blame the government. Seems to be nowadays the rich get richer, the poor get poorer under the governments. Because the old saying is money talks, money's the root of all evil. And that's a saying that I actually believe is true now. That's true. Though that could change anytime soon. You guys just try to follow the Australian politics by changing your prime ministers all the time. We were doing that for a while. But yeah, if the diesel keeps going up like it is, I may have no option but to sell the BMW. And the problem is, I don't know what we can use to replace it. Because hybrids, I think hybrids are more of a future than electrics. The problem with hybrids is they've got no boot space. With the sedans, you got no boot space. Luckily, luxury SUVs are getting more popular now, so I might have to look into some kind of hybrid SUV. Oh, it's all countries are just fucked at the moment. It's just like they're hurting. The people that are hurting are not the rich, or they are. Oh no, I didn't make all the. I only made 5 million this year, not 6. Who gives a shit? I'm sorry, but the rich should have to pay more tax, and the people who lower income should have to pay less tax. Also, the rich should be more accountable because the rich find all the loopholes to pay less tax. Those loopholes need to be stopped. Oh, Boris Mucker. The only good thing about Boris is his wife. Man, how the hell did Boris Yeltsin, whatever you fucking say is... You know, I'm supposed to go around that way, but let's just take a shortcut. How the hell did Boris Yeltsin score that wife of his? Seriously. It's not his looks or personality, so obviously that wife's a gold digger. Okay, so we... Oops, we have to go back now. Went a bit too far. Medium logs. Trailer. Okay, we need to drop the trailer. Whoops, not that way. Now we need to go... Whoops, another look. This way and grab some sand. Pack sand. No. Not only can he talk proper English, he looks like he's bloody dopey as shit. The hair. God, he makes my hairstyle look good. And believe me, I've got a shit hairstyle. I thought I was ugly until I saw a photo of Boris Yeltsin. You know, look at if I'm ever feeling down on myself and my looks, I'll just look at a photo of Boris Johnson and go, hey, I might be ugly, but at least I'm not that fucking ugly. It's crazy to think that he might try and get back in again. The first British Prime Minister I can remember is Margaret Thatcher. I can remember those days. Good old Margaret Thatcher. She was my first impressions of British politics. And I was only a kid back then. Or a young adult. She was in power for quite a long time too, if I remember right. Sometimes if you really want to get things done, you have to be hated. The Iron Lady, yes. She was hated, but she got shit done. Now it's all about being a popularity contest. They don't want to look bad in the... It's all about looking bad. It's all about being popular. Like being the popular one at school. But yeah, I just remember her. They kind of need someone more like her in a way. You guys. Not exactly. Maybe not quite as much hated, but sometimes someone who's got balls to take it up to all the rich and, you know, go, hey guys, you're earning all this money. You should be paying more than the person down the road who's got no money. So here's the other big long trailer. I don't know how the hell we're going to get that out of there. There's got to be a mission to grab this thing at some point. So obviously that's going to be another mission to get this. How we're going to get it out of here, I don't know. I'm guessing when we get that, we'll have to take it around that way and you go through here. That's not going to be as easy a task, I don't think. Not as easy as the first trailer. But obviously going to need to get 3 blades over there. So what time we've done? We've got 11 minutes left. No, I wouldn't be able to get it. There's a train in the way there too, so can't go straight down the railway line. Won't work. I want to ask a question, guys. Be honest. Has my racing in GT7 gotten better? Have I got better at it? I really do feel since I got this TGT wheel and this wheel stand, my racing has got better. But be honest. Do you think my racing's got better since I got this new wheel stand and the wheel? I reckon I've got better. I used to be really fast at some. I used to race in an online racing league here in Australia using Papyrus's NASCAR 2003. I won championships in that. I won races. Yes, at ovals, but I was like some of the street circuits. I I was almost unstoppable. Pack sand, we need 2 of those. There we go. Thank you, Andy. I do appreciate it. I do feel like I've got faster, and with this new wheel, more consistent. And I've always said it. I've always worked on the consistency first, and I really do think my now let's not go over that barrel. We damaged the truck last time. I really do think my work on being more consistent with my lap times has helped. And that now that I've kind of been working on that consistency, I'm now working more on my speed. And I think it's all very well being fast. And you hear people like Mr. Zero saying how, oh, they're not good at racing, they're not consistent enough. Well, that's what they need to work on. A millionaire once said to me, whatever's your greatest weakness can become your greatest strength. So if you're inconsistent in racing, work on your consistency. I think that helped, but this wheel, I definitely really improved when I got this wheel on that setup. It was a step with the seat. The seat definitely helped, but the wheel made a bigger difference. I really could feel that I can place the car more where I want it to go. The Logitech always felt like you were almost fighting the wheel half the time. And the thing that really added the final part was the load cell pedals. That's really helped me underneath braking. My weakest point was always braking. Still not great, but I'm definitely better at my braking now with these load cells. So I think the whole package, the wheel, which is a huge, I got more control of the car, the seating, the position on that feels good, everything. It's not really the feedback from the wheel, which has definitely improved. It's the control. You grab a Logitech wheel, drive in a straight line, and let go of the steering wheel, and it'll start shaking like hell. With a TGT, I can drive in a straight line, let go of the wheel, and it starts driving in a straight line. You stop on the track with the Logitech, just stop and let go of the wheel, it will shake like hell. Where with the TGT, it just stays nice and flat, neutral. It's the precision of the movement and the wheel that has made the bigger difference than the feedback, to be honest. Feedback is great, but it's precision along with that feedback that makes a huge difference. I feel like I can place the car where I want it. When I remember when we were racing and I was using the Logitech and you guys said, oh, that corner needs to go out wider and do this. It felt like you just couldn't do that with the Logitech. Talk about that, I still got that here. I need to sell that, get some money back for it. I've paid off the wheel now, that's been paid off. The wheel stand's been paid off now. So everything I've wanted for my streaming and racing is complete now. Now I'm wanting to get more camera stuff again, because my biggest passion, I love my racing, but my other passion is cameras, taking photos, photography, videography, probably more videography than photos, to be honest. It makes a huge difference, Phil, believe me. And as the guy said, if your main game is Gran Turismo, then the TGT2 is actually better than the DD Pro or the direct drive wheels. He said really, he said when it comes to Gran Turismo, for Gran Turismo is your main racing game, because GT2 actually has a sports mode switch on it, which gives you even more feedback. It gives you all this nice vibration. It actually goes down through the chassis of the thing, and yeah, it's worlds apart. So Gran Turismo is your number one, then saving up to get a TGT2 is worth its cent. And also, I highly do recommend the load cell pedals as well. What wheel do you currently have, Phil? I've technically got 4 wheels at home. I've got a Microsoft G920, which I had for the Xbox. It works okay, apart from the fact that when you go up a gear, occasionally it will go up 2 gears. Annoy the crap out of me. I've also got my old Fanatec CSL wheel. That was great back in its day, because that worked on the Xbox 360, the PS3 and the PC. You didn't have to have multiple wheels, it worked on all. And with that I've got a set of Fanatec CSR, the original Club Sport pedals. And they were great too. That's what I was using on the PC, but it's not really working very well anymore, that. So now I've got the PC set up that I can actually plug it into the TV and use the TGT there. Because we're nearly up to that hour. What we'll do, we'll get down to the road, and then that'll be it for today's stream. We'll get down to the road, because I normally start streaming about 5 minutes before you see it. Because when you're streaming directly from the PS5, I'll start streaming unlisted, do up the thumbnail, and then upload the thumbnail and make it public. So there. So we'll get down to the bitumen, probably stop where we did last time with the other trailer. And we'll finish off this task in the next stream. You know, I might be too tired to do some GT7 tomorrow night, which I probably will be too tired. But I might be okay enough to do this tomorrow night. So this time tomorrow night, I might be streaming this again. I have to be up at 6:30 in the morning. No, I have to be up at 6, because I need to leave by 6:30 to be at this job in time. Yeah. Unless it's a Saturday morning, so traffic shouldn't be as bad. I need to try and avoid the main part of Surfers Paradise tomorrow, because that's where they've got the They're racing there on Monday, on next weekend. Got the supercars. They used to race the Indy cars there a long time ago. Well, I'll be finishing 5 minutes, Phil. I appreciate you coming along, Phil, by the way, mate, and chatting. And I apologise if I got talking about Rory again. I really shouldn't. Should put that all behind me. Best thing about Rory is I met you guys. Okay, so where do we have to take this? Oh, we might as well finish that bit. Okay, let's take it there, and then I'll stop streaming, because it's not that far. Then all we need to do is get more logs. So yeah, we can do that in the next stream. Let's finish this bit off. What I need a fuel station for? I won't need it. I got my tanks on top. I can fill up. This truck's brilliant for mileage. So no, I don't think I need to go to the fuel station. Too much faffing around. If I need more fuel, I can always get the tanker that's over here at the farm. You can see it over there in the background. But don't worry about that in the next film. I'm just going to go and deliver this. And again, I have to be careful about fuel stations, because in this game, the fuel stations have ambient music playing in the background. And when they do that, I get copyright. I get a music copyright on this every time. If there's any of that kind of background music in this game, I get copyrighted. And I then remove that part of the game out because I refuse to have adverts on here. If I want adverts in my video, I set up the adverts, and I always turn off mid-roll. My main channel, Aussie Tech, because I do have adverts on that. That's nearly at 1,500 subscribers now. On that channel, I'd always allow it's always skippable adverts, and only at the start of the video. I do not allow mid-roll. So when these things, they put their adverts on this shit because they're giving you a copyright, I remove that, because I just don't believe in mid-roll adverts and all that shit. Nothing worse than you started watching a video, you watch an advert at the start, and then about 1 minute later into the video, there's another bloody advert going. Looks like I'll get enough room to turn around here too, which is good. Now we just need to get one more log, but I'll turn around, then that will be it for tonight's stream. These trailers are a pain in the ass to turn around with. Oh, the tree, couldn't quite avoid the tree. That's a 63-point turn. Can we turn around without having to reverse again? Okay, well we'll stop here so I don't block the road. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Phil. You can go and play the game now. Appreciate you guys coming along for a nice little chat. See you guys in the next one. You guys all rock. You guys are good friends. Thank you. I regard you guys as online friends. So thank you. Thank you along. Phil, I wish you all the best. Hope you get out of that house. And Andy, I hope your back's feeling better soon and you can get more mobile. See you both in the next stream. Stay safe. Bye for now, guys. Happy